calm down, because he just want to learn something, so I teach him something. I am the one that teach.
Call me 10 wins and 20.
Despite COVID restrictions and the soaring number of pandemic deaths, there are still people who claim it's all a hoax.
One of them was in court today facing a charge for breaking quarantine. His supporters were there as well, protesting what they say is a violation of our rights. CTV's Allison Hurst has the details.
Mak Parhar walks out of court to cheers from a small group of supporters, holding signs that claim COVID is fake.
We'll stand up against the infringement on the rights and freedoms of every man and woman.
Parhar is charged with violating the Quarantine Act. Last month, he traveled to the U.S. for Flattoberfest, a conference for people who believe the earth is flat. New Westminster police say after returning, he was ticketed for leaving his home.
I land at YVR, and on the plane, they give you a form.
Then he posted a video speaking at an anti-mask rally. The next day, he was arrested.
Because he continued to violate the Quarantine Act by going out into the public, that's why he still remains in custody. He still remains a risk to the public, essentially.
Despite the fact that the number of COVID-19 cases is soaring and the death toll is on the rise, Parhar dismisses pandemic protocols.
I've met a few people that are, I took a test and I'm positive, I'm perfectly healthy. It's all fear porn. That's all you guys are doing. Healthy people shouldn't be quarantined. The sick need to be quarantined.
A couple in Toronto is facing charges under the Quarantine Act, as is an Ottawa long-term care worker.
It's designed to control your liberty, your movement, within reason, of course, because that's what's needed, at least according to our public health officials, to successfully combat the virus.
Lawyer Jordan Donich says it's a good thing to challenge laws, and suggesting the act is a violation may be the best defense.
If you're under order to be quarantined pursuant to this particular act, and you leave your house and you're caught, you can't say it wasn't me.
That's what Parhar seems to have planned, filing a claim in his case against governing officials.
We got to look at the act. Is the act moral?
His next court date is November 23rd. Allison Hurst, CTV News, New Westminster.
I was in jail. All my vitals were checked. They said you're spot on, not a single problem. But then I'm assumed to be a potential killer. So we got to look at the act. Is the act moral?
I mean, we do have, cases rising in British Columbia. We have people dying. I just, they're trying.
Well, there's 65 deaths in 8 months, and 1,200 drug overdoses, and how many hundreds of suicides in that time? Case-demic. I know healthy people that are testing positive, and the media, and then the Bonnie Henry and the media or the government is reporting cases up, cases up. I've met a few people that are, I took a test and I'm positive, and I'm perfectly healthy. It's all fear porn. That's all you guys are doing. We're being scared into submission through fear.
Tests are up too.
We're all here. Nobody's masked up. We're hugging each other. Nobody's sick. We're perfectly healthy.
Remember, 12,000 tests a day now.
Hey guys.
Swabs are testing positive. I just think it's, when people, they're trying to find a way to dampen down the cases, I guess. That's what we're hearing. So I'm just...
Hold on.
Hold on, John. Of course, that's what they want us to think. But where's the Koch's postulates for COVID-19? It's never been done. Health Canada admits it. We could send you their submission on that. So we're just being scared. Like, they want to bring the cases down. Cases down for what? Something they haven't isolated in a lab. Something that hasn't been proven to be a deadly killer, contagious virus. It hasn't been proven. It's just we're told that these are all claims.
Why do you think it hasn't been proven?
It's not me. It's thousands of doctors worldwide. 600 doctors in Germany, hundreds in Europe, Dr. Klavinder Kaur in Ontario, hundreds of doctors in the U.S. and across Australia. It's not me. There's doctors, scientists, virologists, epidemiologists, and you guys will never give airtime on. All right? All we got to do is listen to 2 or 3 actor doctors, that are put in front of the TV. In our own reality, how many people do we know? Everybody I talk to doesn't know anybody I died. And
I know someone who died. Sure you do.
I was just about to say,
everybody.
Once in a while you'll meet someone that knows someone that died. Now, did they die of COVID? Well, how'd they die of COVID from something that hasn't been isolated? You're told they died of COVID. I'm not taking any away from any of the deaths that people are experiencing. It's few and far between that they're told it's COVID. It's not confirmed COVID. You're just told. The test is fraudulent. Kerry Mullis, the creator of the PCR test, said this test should never be used to diagnose a virus. And yet that's what's being used. It's completely fraudulent, 50 to 90% false positives, right? So my point was, once in a while you run into someone that says, I know someone that died. Okay, well they didn't die of COVID, and usually they're like 70, 80, 90 years old with CDC admitted 2.6 other comorbidities. They dropped their numbers by 94% from 200-something thousand on the third page of their website down to 10,000. 94% of their deaths had 2.6 other comorbidities.
So what's next for you now? You've had court just now this morning.
I got to go back in. I got moved into another court actually.
Well said. Well said, Mac.
How can you sleep at night? Subjected to rules. They treat us like we're their property, we're their slaves.
That's right.
All these edicts and commands.
That's right.
That we shouldn't be subjected to. This is for all of us.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Thank you.
What's that?
No acquiescence.
No acquiescence, yes. We're speaking up. The people here that were able to make it, we're speaking up. We're letting them know. You know, we want to be free and stop pushing the tyranny on us.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you, Mac. Thank you.
What they say?
What happened?
What they say inside?
Did they drop the charges?
So what's the update now? What's the update now? What are you doing?
Update is the judge rejected my paperwork.
On what grounds?
Because she wanted to reject them.
That's justice for you.
So I filed paperwork challenging the jurisdiction, and the media should know there's a claim against John Horgan, Adrian Dix, David Evie, federal prosecutor Adrian Switzer, and the U.S. Police Chief Dave Jensen. So a claim has been filed against those men and women for trespass and harm that they've done. Great harm. I spent 90 hours in jail for no reason when no one was harmed. When there's no one that lays claim over me and nobody claims that I harmed them, and there is no contract, wet ink signature. So the judge basically rejected that paperwork for now and said I need to bring it up at a hearing, and that's where it's at. I repeatedly asked, said everything I have to say is in the paperwork. So that's where we're at now. I don't have a court date yet. I'm assuming they'll be in touch with me to provide, set up another court date.
Wow. Can we have a document for that later? A document just explaining that later? Just what you said there?
I don't know. You can type out what I said.
Anyway,
we'll be here. You guys will be here. So I don't know. It could be several months down the road if it gets to that, right?
So you're but
Governments will be sued. Will be.
well, it's new legal territory, okay? This is, the people that are fighting.
So are you free to go about your life?
In your interim, are you still under a quarantine?
You have restrictions?
No. Quarantine ended on Wednesday.
Do you have any restrictions?
You did your 14 days.
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to ask that. Actually.
So you can do whatever you want then?
I would think so.
No, I would double check on that one. Trust me, I've been through the system.
Yeah,
Land of the free, man. Land of the free.